What is Dr. Jimmy Tan doing there?
He's dead. He's one of the top 8.
Anong project niyo, Dr. Tan?
Well, my project is with the Blaan, and I have Nono Bert here, Malik, who is one of the tribal leaders of the Blaan in South Cotabato, in the town of Pulubulok, in the barangay of Landan. I have a foundation called Health Futures Foundation, and I've known Nono Bert for the last 9 years. So we have had mainly NGO projects on health. Mainly, for example, we have in the documentation of the Blaan maternal and child health, unique health practices. Then we sponsored the first ever 6 midwife scholars in the Blaan Bilag tribe, around 450,000. So kauna-unang midwife at lang may kauna-unang nurse. We intend to produce the kauna-unang doctor from the Blaan. And we are about to finish a birthing center na ang itsura bahay ng Blaan, na according to the design of Blaan. So yun ang ginagawa. Pero ngayon, we're moving on from a purely social objective of helping them in health. But now we're going to start a tribal Blaan ecotourism wellness project. So it will be
with your 7.
Yes, with my 7 sacred trees of the Blaan. Yun ang pinaka-outstanding feature. But of course, sasabihin pa sa inyo ni Nono dito yung ano pa, para I hope we can convince you, Isa, to join us.
If you're sick, you don't have to go to the hospital.
I will go and see you.
Yeah.
I will go and see you.
They're going to have a health and wellness village, which means to say you will learn how, you will experience becoming healthy the indigenous way. Because there are people live till over 100 years old.
Are you putting up something on that kind?
Health and wellness.
Here in Manila?
No, there. There's too much pollution.
We have to put something like that. Para we can enjoy it naman without flying over to...
No, it's nature. So polluted. You have to go there. Yeah, but it's like learning health the indigenous way. So that's why it's exciting. And they have all these medicinal herbs which are unique to us. It's endemic. So, and then not only that, Jimmy said he's going to
Isa, I intend to live.
there.
I intend to live there kaya doon mo ako punta. Para consultate mo ako.
He's also the doctor of Professor Moraton.
He's very famous, this doctor.
Yeah, he's former DOH secretary.
I was in UP when he became WP, I think, UP Student Council.
You were the president of the student. President.
I voted for you.
What year, Tito Aiza? So parang sir, parang eat, pray, love. Diba? Kung meron ng Bali, Indonesia, meron din ng Philippines. Sa Jensen, yes. Okay, our next question will come from an influential blogger. She studied...
I want to say something. I want you to all to know that what's happening now is we're matching the mentors because they did speed dating. The 8 top winners and the mentors, yung mag-mentor sa kanila para talagang aangat ang project nila. So what they're doing is they're doing the matching. So before you go, we will announce together with the mentors which mentor will take care of which community.
Amazing.
Yes. Go ahead and ask her.
Yes, Ma'am Gina. She's an influential blogger and she studied language education at the University of the Philippines in Diliman. Please welcome Teacher Joe Bonzo.
Hello po. I'd like to first say congratulations, and we're also delighted to hear each one of your stories, although they will be featured in the reality show. Siguro a little brief of a teaser of what you're working on now, so we have an idea. Aside from the other groups who have mentioned already, the coffee and the...
John, who's John? Or John or Elaine, we have to make sure that the press gets the list of the top 8 and what they do.
Siguro question ko po is, what do you think you expect as challenge in doing the project?
Who are you asking?
them.
Can you all answer, what are the challenges? This is from Zamboanga.
Okay, I'm Doc Anton Lim. I'm with the Yellow Boat of Hope Foundation. But the project that we pitched was the Yellow Boat Adventure. It's in the big sand island of Santa Cruz in Zamboanga City. The main challenge is really organizing the community. Once you get that done, the next problem is of course funding. But now we have Miss Gina Lopez with us, and she's very good in twisting arms. So I think we can get miracles happening immediately.
The government promised that the keys, they said when we choose the top 8, and actually when they said when we choose the top 16, the government promised, like they signed number 1, they promised to have DTI, where's the name? DTI, DOST, DA, DOT, DND, who did I miss? DPWH, oh my God. TESDA, DOST, yeah. So 8 government agencies. DSWD, that's really, they have so much money, they just use it to give rice every month. And the DSWD secretary feels that what we should do is put up economic zones so they can buy their own rice. No? And she has, I think, 63 billion. They have a lot of money. So the government support is critical here. And the fact that they have signed the MOA, that they will help all these places if they're chosen, and also the top 16 shows that there is light. There is light. That's very, very, very brightly there. Okay.
So we are from Benguet, and our project is one of its kind. It will be the very first in the Philippines. It's going to be a bubble house. Can you imagine yourself inside a bubble house and then looking at the moon and the stars, and then in the morning you will be served organic produce. And then at night you will have cultural shows, and you will be educated about the culture and the arts of the place. And therefore we are calling this travel with a purpose, because whenever you pay and you spend your money, you will be giving livelihood programs to the community, and then part of the income, we agreed with the mayor, will go directly to taking care of the environment. So together, the community and the university, we will be the ones to guide them. At first, we will be their educator, so we will educate them, we will do strategic planning and all the plannings that they are needing. And then, most importantly, we will make sure that they have the business continuity plan, so that when one dies or leaves, there will be continuity in their program. Concern right now, I think, putol ko kasi yung kali doon sa malapit sa cave. Kailangan po namin ng DPWAs doon, but with mom, I think we will be able to do that. Why? If you have only very few number of hours lang, from Baguio, this is only 45 minutes. And you don't need to go to Sagada if you don't have the time, because we have the baby Sagada Caves in Kublai. Thank you.
Dr. G.
Well, the challenges with us, with the community, we already ready. It's right already. But then, the challenge for us with this pitch is for us to really expect the unexpected. Because no matter how much you try, there are always flaws. And but we're so thankful that by doing hard, and those mentors that taught us for the past 3 days, and those things we've learned, we try to put it together, and we're trying our best today. So it's a new thing for us. And being a tribe who is not known yet that much, many people heard about us in their own perception, but we try to show that who we are, a total person, a mind, physical, spiritual. So just like what we try to do with Octan in our place, it's going to be a wellness village where natural healers and him are going to work together probably this is going to be the best clinic, because he will diagnose it. If he will not find the sickness, then he will go to the natural healer, and they will go work together. It's just for us Blaan, we believe in the river. We have a high respect for the river, because river is where we run away when there's sicknesses spread out in certain places. We run to the river, build a hut there, and eat the food that is in there. We don't bring food from the outside. So you are going to heal yourself by eating the food there, and by try to cut yourself away from where your previous place.
Actually, yung sa amin, yung pinaka-challenge namin doon, is ako po yung doon sa taga Maguindanao, from Single Development Cooperative. Focus po namin yung doon sa promotion of organic farming. So, ang pinaka-challenge po namin dito, although na kasi yung mga communities, nakasanayan nila yung synthetic na paggamit, yung inorganic fertilizer na ginagamit. Yun yung pag-convince din sa kanila kung paano natin i-turn into organic yung nakasanayan nila. So, pero yung sa strategy na ginagawa namin, yung meron kaming model na ginawa, so malamang po medyo mag-overcome namin ito. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. We're from Aga Bulusan. It's also on. And we are into Preserve Mrs. Now. It's an offshoot of the Preserving the NP. We have extended our program from the Bulusan Volcano National Park to the rivers and the sea. So the big challenge that we think we will be facing is the process of behavioral change. That's the same reason, because we will be working with people who are dependent on the seas for livelihood. They are there, and perhaps because of poverty, it will be very hard for them to move into ideas on tourism. So sustainable tourism per se. So I think that's one, because in our experience with the Preserving the NP that we had, it took us 2 or 3 years before we finally effected change in the mountains. It wasn't really that easy, because we deal with people with different insights, with different values, and there's that hinder that they really want to have. Sometimes ang pinaka-problema po nila is the food on their table. They work they are expecting at the end of the day they have something in their table for food para sa family nila. So I think that's one. So it's the process of how we could effect that behavioral change, so that we could transform the community. Kasi yung sinasabi po natin na productivity, it's an offshoot of a good behavior. So if the people are not good in working, if they are not good in terms of their values, productivity is, kumbaga, malilimitahan po ito. So that's, we think, is the one of the challenges that we are going to face in this project.
Good evening, everybody. Ako po si Jelly Scarlotti, representing La CY from Lake Cebu South, Cotabato. Ang isang challenge po na hinaharap namin for this project ay yung road infrastructure. Kasi una-una, doon po sa sitwasyon ng daan namin, nakikita na namin na this will contribute with us ng delay in implementing the project we have by this time. Nananalo kami sa kasulat. Kaya salamat po kami nandito ang DOEs din. Sana tulungan nila kami na mapadali ang infrastruktura ng daan namin para we could deliver a good and quality project to the people who wanted to come with us. So yun po ang isa sa mga nakita namin ng challenges. And then, bigay ko kay Jenny.
Isang grupo lang kami ni Jerry. Pagdating sa implementation, yung challenge ko ito, I believe, mula sa external. Kasi kung within us, within the community, namamanage na yung, na-establish na yung relationship, yung integridad ng pagdala ng improvement. But yung external na sinasabi ko, minsan kasi in this project, plano namin magtatag ng heritage village.
minsan yung, alimbawa, yung ating NCIP, nagsasabi, kailangan mayroon daw set muna. So, baka itong project na ito, gusto nyo makita na within 2 months mayroon na, kami, magtunga na pa lang sa FBIC na tinatawag. No? So, parang mayroong agam-agam na ganyan. Pero pagdating sa pag-implement nito, kung yung mga stakeholders ang tatanungin, planchado siya, wala kaming problema. Dahil alam namin, united lahat for change. Yun lang, kung pagdating sa legalidad, itong gagawin namin ito yung para sa akin ay malaking-malaki siya. Kasi heritage village siya and kailangan mong magpaalam so hindi namin alam anong meron. Pero naniniwala naman ako sa connection ni Ma'am GL, malamang baka mawala yung balakid na yan sa ganitong project na i-implement soon.
Good evening po everyone. From Kapimaraman naman po, we are very positive na pag ma-implement po itong project na ito, wala kami makikita any challenges. Just because ang project na ito po ay galing mismo sa members in the community. So, and then, yung government side naman po is very supportive to us. Yun po yung nakikita namin. And actually, our community is an agri-based and the project itself could really boost the agricultural economy in our community. So wala kaming nakikita parang challenges na kasi inoon to ng mga members sa kanila to, ang mga members, this project is their livelihood. So alam namin matatanggap nila with the cooperation. Parang we are positive na walang challenges na mangyayari.
Okay, good evening everyone. We're from MSU-TCTO. Since we are an academic, MSU-TCTO is MSU Tawi-Tawi. It's part of Marawi campus. Well, after winning, being included in the top 8, that's actually the first challenge that we have. Because we need to realize the dream that we have just pitched. With the help of our mentors, we are being challenged to implement or give what is expected of us by the community or by our beneficiaries. But most challenge that we note is how to combat the stigma of the community, especially not from Tawi-Tawi, the negative impressions on security. How we can tell the world, not just here in this room, that Tawi-Tawi is one of the safest places in the Philippines. In fact, I can say that our place is the safest in ARMM. With, as what Dr. Richard earlier said, our project site, the Singunul, has a 0 crime rate. So with the help of the media, with the help of Ms. GL, with the help of our mentors and other concerned organizations, loving organizations, we are actually appealing to all of you to help us combat the stigma of the people outside Tawi-Tawi. Thank you very much.
Point well taken.